Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Championship Sunday, live from the CDL Atlanta FaZe home stand. The matchups this weekend have been great, but we're down to our top 4 teams. And guess what? Who's ready to introduce your home team, the Atlanta FaZe?
1, 2, 3 for Major Maniac.
Oh my God! For Simp! Lightning strikes twice. A Beezy! He bites 1, he bites 2. What an individual play from Priest.
This lineup is absolutely stacked from top to bottom. Many believe they are the favorites here this weekend to take it home. They have some formidable opponents here, but let's introduce our players. Up first, he's the S&D specialist, Major Maniac. His teammate with the #1 overall KD in the Call of Duty League, it's Simp. Up next, he is a Call of Duty World League champion, a Beezy. Been the talk of Twitter all weekend long. He might be the MVP if he keeps it up. Celia! This man is an absolute savage all over the map. It is Priest. Who many regard as the greatest Call of Duty coach of all time, it's Crowder! And up next, their opponents, the Minnesota Rokkr.
Assault, but clean 5-man wipe. Here comes Silly. Get him, Silly!
Racine making the play. Alex with the triple. He's the man of the moment, and he's not slowing down.
It's all Minnesota in the kill feed. Rokkr goes huge.
Are you kidding?
The Rokkr light it up.
Ladies and gentlemen, the casters are ready. The players are ready. Folks live in Atlanta, are you ready?
Well, Atlanta, you have certainly impressed. London was a far cry, but I think you've come pretty close. The hype is real, and the boo for Minnesota as well. I mean, who loves to put on a show? Atlanta's doing it already.
It's going well so far, and only a couple of weeks ago we were in Minnesota, and these guys were having the whole crowd behind them, but today they are against the crowd. It's going to be interesting to me how they adapt, how they play, but this Atlanta crowd, they're no joke.
No joke at all. This is going to be very, very fun. Again, an exciting matchup nonetheless. Phil, got any favorites coming into this one?
I look across this, I look across all the players. I honestly don't know. I honestly have no idea.
Excited to get into this one, friends. Of course, Minnesota have fought their way through the Group B, and much to my mistake earlier on, it was, of course, 2 matches against Paris, and they lost to the Huntsmen. But now they are here against definitely the toughest opponent they will face thus far in the COD League. It is going to be an absolute matchup for the ages for them. But again, they have impressed all weekend long. We've seen time and time again. Again, a 3-1 against Paris. They went down 3-1 against the Huntsmen, and then they managed to get here with a 3-2 over the Paris Legion again. For FaZe, it seems like an easier journey. 3-0 versus OpTic, but the 3-1 against London was a bit more of a challenge for him.
It certainly was, and I think you then look towards the semi-finals, and 2 teams on either side you expect to be here, FaZe, Huntsmen. But Rokkr and Mutineers, I mean, if you ask kind of everyone's top 4, people had, you know, the Ravens up there. People kind of cast their eyes towards Paris as well. But we are seeing a little bit of inconsistency, or new teams kind of taking over, but as well, those consistent top teams. Is going to be an interesting semi-final and an even more interesting tournament to round things out. Minnesota, for me, the highlights, you know, we've had Røkkr, we've had Assault, the fast-paced scene. These guys have been such a well-rounded team, and I'm very excited to see how they continue to do this. But I think Nameless, as he touched on at the desk, just keeping things slow. You cannot go at the pace that FaZe are running at right now. I just don't think they can keep up. If they focus on their game, I think they can do some damage, but for FaZe, don't change anything.
Don't change a thing. It's one thing we talk about more and more is the crowd, the effect that the homestand has on these players when they're in game, which is exciting to see. In London, we saw the effect out on the London players. We saw the tweets afterwards. We saw everything. You know, in Minnesota, we saw the same thing for the Rokkr. Now we're seeing the same thing here for Atlanta. The home series, it just gives such an advantage to that team on stage. Whether you're cheering for them, whether you're booing for them, we absolutely love it. Friends, it is now time to get into this first matchup. It is going to be Hackney Yard. It is going to be a hard point, and it is certainly an Atlanta map favorite.
Well, let's quickly talk about Hackney Yard hardpoint history here. As Atlanta, they're 1-0. They took down Paris on this map. But for Minnesota, they're actually 2-0 on this map, taking out the LA Gorillas and Toronto Ultra. So both teams seen success. And again, that's what you expect from semi-finalists. But as we see a quick teabag from one of the players there, as he's ready to rock and roll. He's off the marks, and here we go. We're on board with potentially the MVP. It's Salim.
Yeah, Salim has not disappointed all weekend long. Yesterday's stellar performance induced tweets out, I think, almost everyone in the community. Abizi starts the kills. Cell on your screen, what a read. It does get a nice drop there, and again, I will say, impressive stuff from Rokkr, not to be phased immediately. Number 9, that's going to be Silly, has made his way through. Abizi on the assassination mission. He and Major Maniac backing him up, a little bit of friendly fire, not a problem. Silly taken care of. The threat has been eliminated from the first hardpoint.
Yeah, a little bit of a tickle in the back, but it's done no harm here. They're going to retain those spawns, and FaZe may have to get a little bit of time up here on the warehouse, but Simp will be looking to break on in, and he's going to knock on the doors of Assault and say, hello, I'm here. Get out of my warehouse. However, for now, we might have to back on up. Cell's found 2, Priest has found 1, but Assault and Asim, they're finding kills as well, and we had the privilege of casting over Minnesota, and these guys can't fight, but Abizi and Simp, oh, I can feel a very tough competition going on right now.
Yeah, we're watching Simp fly around the map and pick up kills. The spawns have flipped in favor of Minnesota. They have the right-hand side of the map. They have the tire shop in control. 8 seconds remaining. We are going to have to see Atlanta make a break and push on through, try to take control. Priest is going to help out, clearing out the office there. Silly on the front lines as Alex takes care of those players as they move out of the existing hardpoint. And we're just going to be rolling on forward now as Assault puts that assault rifle to work. We've seen him do it time and time again this weekend. A standout player for the Minnesota Rokkr. And here comes the push from Atlanta. Timing from Asim somewhat off as the 4-man push now developing through the bottom of the map. It's going to come to Assault, and it's going to come to those players downstairs to keep Atlanta at bay.
I will say, when Atlanta FaZe plays Hackney, they played against London, and they pushed them. They tested them. It wasn't a complete steamroll like we've seen them do on K. So I think Minnesota have done really well to get this in the rotation and get it first as well. Major Maniac struggling a little bit, not a second of hill time and not a kill to his name, but I'm sure he'll be looking to change that as we jump on board with Silly. Finds number 5 as he does 4. But Minnesota, great in the warehouse, flips the spawn, holds this one as well. Very, very strong start from Rokkr.
Yeah, great start from Rokkr. And now they have to make their way across map. They're going to be trying to take control of green, that top section of the map, which is currently all in the hands of Atlanta. As Røkkr, a couple shots out there as he picks up the final seconds of this hard point. This is not a bad look right now for the Rokkr. Priest with 2. Over towards smokestacks we go, and it is going to be in the hands of Celian. Map control looking very much like FaZe right now, but they have got quite the spread. If there is a solid push from Minnesota together, a concerted effort to break through one side of the map, we could see this flip open. 76 to the 50 now, climbing of Atlanta FaZe, and so far, so good for the Rokkr.
Well, leading the line is Celian once again. He's got 9 kills. He had the number 1 KD on day 1, and that was a 1.39. Whether he can improve on it or just continue it, that'll surely help FaZe out. But right now, they're down by around 10 points, nothing to worry about. They've got the smokestack under control. And with 20 seconds left here, Mouse, you want to start rotating towards that office. You want to start thinking about the map itself. And that's what Priest is doing. Getting in and amongst the action here. You can see him bombing, weaving, and taking names as well.
This has been almost a perfect 60 for the Atlanta FaZe here on smokestacks. They have just managed to let go of it, and they will be getting a little bit more time. But again, the rotation towards next is going underway. And I say rotation, you cross the street basically. They're in bottom offices already, and that's going to be Atlanta FaZe in pretty much full control. Watch for the breach and clear now from Minnesota. They're going to have to break through. Sim's going to slow him with that stun, but the close range engagement begins, and Sim, he rips that one off. And now Priest are watching the back door as well. This is a solid looking setup for Atlanta FaZe. Watch the 4-man push now, make his way through. Priest had no right to win that fight, but he does. Now we're looking at the 100-point mark for FaZe.
One of the most talented thing about FaZe, and we talk about them a lot so far, is just how good they can kind of hold all the slack. One player doesn't have the best of starts, much like Major Mania, but right now everyone else steps it up. Sim's dropping a 2.0 at 13 and 6, but on the other side of things, Rokkr, they're holding their own. Assault has had 22 interactions, and the guy's not slowing down. He finds a double. Cell answers back with a double, and down by the offices here, Contest is going down. 15 seconds, everyone round the corner. It's gonna be a bloodbath, and who's gonna take it? FaZe so far.
It must be so hard to be on the Minnesota side of the side office there. It's like trying to shoot shadows. They're moving in and out so quickly, they bait and switch so effectively, and the kills go the way of FaZe there in the office. Next rotation underway toward the docks building, far left-hand side of the minimap. Look at that, all Minnesota lined up. They have got control. The parking lot, the car park, if you will, is going to be all theirs right now. That blue van important, but Celium, he's broken through the right-hand side. There's an opening in the armor, and they've just punched right on through. That's going to be the ground floor covered. Can they clean out the parking lot? Can they flip the spawns? FaZe looking fantastic.
And this is such a hard one to break, and they make it look effortless here. Sim finds one, Sim finds two. Oh no, don't you dare. Sim's gonna have to be taken down. A quick reload, and he's gonna find himself on the respawn, but the multi-kill comes in for Sim, and the slave power is starting to really ramp up. Sim 17 and 9, Celium 18 and 9. Across the board, it's all positive. Bar Major Maniac, if he steps it up a gear, this could be a dangerous place for Rokkr, but Rokkr, they're holding their own, and they're only down by about 10 points here. That's impressive from Rokkr right now.
It's very impressive, but I'm worried about Atlanta FaZe. The little engines that could, and once they get going, there is no stopping that pain train. Hardpoint rotations now about to continue. Cell doing what he can to lock down his next positions. Abizi upstairs, ripping his way through middles. We're getting to our second set of hardpoints. And after the first set, Major Maniac, 5 kills, but that's not a problem. He doesn't slay a lot in these hardpoint matches. He's basically on the rotates, he's taking care of the spawns, he's doing the dirty work. Thus far, not a bad look for FaZe, but has landed, for Minnesota now to bounce back into this one, to start to get a little bit closer to the hardpoint. A 3-man push through the front door, and they're still battling for next.
Yeah, and Rokkr have held their own that first set of rotations. The problem right now is FaZe have actually learned from their mistakes here. They're not letting Rokkr kind of penetrate the defense of the next hardpoint, but they're actually holding the warehouse themselves very, very well. So they're gaining points, but they're collecting that spawn as well. Strong stuff from FaZe, 30 points in the lead. There's only 20 points left. Expect that mini-map just to kind of slow down a little bit now. Those red arrows may just hold this line, as you can see by the camera. Cell up top, in the middle it's Priester. Everyone roaming around and just trying to keep Rokkr off this hard point right now. But with 5 seconds left, again, we have such a close game on our hands, but the spawns are heavily in the favor of Atlanta FaZe.
Yeah, Atlanta, they're willing to hit those hard points in the final seconds just to try to stop that lead getting even closer. But right now, Atlanta with control of the tire shop. Now they're going to keep him pinned in the warehouse. But that's a big kill from Asim. He finds 2 straight away there, and that's going to be Assault on the right-hand side of the flank now as well. There is an opening, a small window now for the Rokkr to punch through. Assault continues to have those strong kills. He finds 3 now, and that's going to be it. They're knocking on the door of the hard point. Priester says, no thank you, my friends. I'll have none of what you're selling. Abizi takes care of the ground floor as well. Now Sim pushing the front line out. This is starting to look frightening. The lockdown position you have for FaZe on the hard point, and Sim running around, causing absolute chaos there in mid-map. This is a strong look for FaZe.
So strong. They are 40 points ahead. This has been a very strong hold from FaZe, and this could be the difference maker in this hardpoint alone. And again, this was a map that the Ravens tested them on, but they were not successful either. And now with plenty of time still on the clock, there's a 10-second moment here. And again, minimap, check it out. A very strong line in the middle of the map coming in from Rokkr. They don't want to let any of FaZe get through to that warehouse, through to offices, and they're trying to do their best. Assault and Røkkr with a slaying power. If you look at the current kills and deaths, they're looking strong still far, but the SMGs, they're slacking. They need to pick things up.
Big kill from Assault as well as he tries to cut through mid-map. Do what he can now to try to slow the advance of FaZe. FaZe are isolated there in the warehouse. They're going to have to push out 1 or 2 ways. They're going to run straight into the guns right now. Silly and Assault. Røkkr with a nice nade. And again, mid-map control looking very solid right now for the Minnesota Røkkr. Look for Celium now to try to break in from behind. Finds one, but unable to do too much more. Major Maniac now in this high position, no trophy. Keeps that hard point under pressure. Plenty of kills going the way of the Røkkr, but they're still just unable to keep FaZe out. So look for them to keep getting these kills, hit that next rotate, and all of a sudden, we're in a game again.
And again, those assault rifle battles, you see Major Maniac and Assault, that's actually going in favor of Rokkr. It's the close quarter battles that are going in favor of FaZe, and that's why the points are slightly in the lead of FaZe. I say slightly, it is just 1 point, ladies and gentlemen, 203 to 202. Rotation going down, and this once again is FaZe right now. They're controlling the half wall, they're controlling the breaks, they're controlling the offices. But Rokkr, we've seen the punching power that the likes of Assault and Undefeated can do right now. 23 kills either side for them with a minute and 20 on the hill. Assault is playing out his mind. Undefeated, you see in the top middle there on a 5 kill. He's bringing the kill feeds all white. Rokkr, they're in and about.
The kill feeds all white. What is going on? What a turn this is. I mean, this is FaZe City right now. It's close range engagements. It's bait and switch. That's what they want. But right now, the Rokkr have held this one down. They have built a wall up and they have not let FaZe in whatsoever. Keep that clock ticking. 30 seconds left on this hard point. They put themselves within spitting distance of the win. Major Maniac gets dropped there by Røkkr. Once again, we are going to be going back towards the Docks building. And again, you are seeing Minnesota light up the kill feed. Alex finds 5. The rotate is now underway. FaZe have got one big push to make this happen. Otherwise, we're looking at a Minnesota map win.
And Miles, there's still 9 seconds here. They're going to get to around 245 off this one alone. Cast your eyes to the bottom left. It's favoring Minnesota. They're trying to upset here on map number 1 with only 9 points needed. Silly is amongst. We saw Simp slow down, Celium slow down, but Minnesota, they are on fire right now. Assault's going to take damage. No Brace going to come in. Nobody from FaZe is close. And Minnesota take map number 1. Hard point goes against FaZe, and that is probably one of the first times you've heard me say that. Incredible stuff from Rokkr. And my goodness, they should be proud. I was casting my eyes halfway through that. I saw Silly double negative. I saw Assault and Undefeated doing very, very strong, but I just thought that is not going to how things go. It was honestly, Simp and Celium started so strong, but they did slow down. They couldn't keep that pace up. Credit to Rokkr.
Credit to Rokkr. Something happened there in that offseason, in the downtime in between, launch party in between London. They did their homework and they managed to just counter the fast pace of FaZe. They managed to slow the game down and not let that get out of control for them. And there were moments there we were petrified. We're like, oh my God, here we go. FaZe are going to do their thing. FaZe are going to blow up. FaZe are going to take over here, but they just didn't. And they managed to find that weakness in the respawn.
Yeah, the best thing for me when I saw Rokkr was they were able to break the second hard point on Hackney, and you don't really see that a lot. Impressive stuff from them, and again, we've seen what they can do in S&D. However, let's take a big deep breath here. Search and Destroy for FaZe is a very, very strong game mode. We talk about FaZe, and the reason they're so strong right now is S&D and hardpoint is what they're good at. We're going to be going into what I believe will be Piccadilly. And I remember seeing these guys absolutely ruin New York in week number 1. But a lot has changed from week number 1, as you guys tell it. Have FaZe started a series 0-1 down? I'm not sure. I'm not going to start pulling stats out.
I don't think so. I don't think so, mate. But you get a couple of buys. It's your birthday. That's going to be good stuff. We have our scuff play of the game, and it was Røkkr of the Minnesota Røkkr absolutely tearing his way through FaZe. Time and time again, it was brilliant from start to finish from Minnesota. Again, there was times where FaZe were looking good, but honestly, Røkkr, a player we've talked about again all weekend long. Here at the Atlanta home series, has been a superstar.
And this was a prime example of what we were talking about before, was just being able to infiltrate and break that second hard point on Hackney. It is so hard. We're trying it ourselves, trying to break those spawns down. It ain't easy. But again, Røkkr comes up trumps for Minnesota Røkkr. That's a special player to be watching out for. A young player who really is thriving in the CDL so far. Credit to Røkkr and the squad as well. I know they have a lot of hard-working staff back home and a lot of fans back home we've seen cheering on at those watch parties. Awesome to see. Well, this FaZe guy is back here. There's a lot of them as well. Can they be that 6th man?
There's a lot of fans here indeed. And if you're not a massive fan of FaZe just yet, here's a small piece on the tiny terrors that might convert you.
My name is Tyler Ferris, also known as a BZ, and I play Call of Duty professionally for the Atlanta FaZe.
My name is Chris Lair, also known as Simp, and I play Call of Duty professionally for the Atlanta FaZe.
Gotta keep moving! It gets the kill! These guys were so dangerous. The tiny terrors.
We are the Tiny Terrors.
Oh, well, now is Sip. That's a BZ who finds 2 kills with the M4. The Tiny Terrors.
I'm pretty sure the Tiny Terrors nickname came from one of our matches last year, and like it just got stuck throughout the entire year.
I mean, the nickname literally fits like perfectly, honestly. I mean, we're both obviously super short, and we're both just disgusting at the game.
That's a great start. The BZ makes him pay.
Every single time.
Now they're picking him up off spawn. That's a fantastic play from Simp.
He's like more of the methodical, like slow sub player, and then I'm like just always just running.
BZ dances and darts through the smoke.
So people just don't know what to do half the time when they like play against us.
Simp is starting to go on a tear.
I don't think there's a rivalry between us. I mean, we're just both trying to win. Whoever's doing better, like, honestly, I don't think we really care. It's just all about winning.
Do it! Blow him out of the map! The twin duo is just been nuts. This is absolute madness.
They're quite clearly setting high standards for themselves.
I think it's going to be an exciting year for Atlanta and this team.
I'm like super confident that this team can do great things this year.
Even though we're young, we're still going to be the best team in the game, and we are the best. Like, we're here to stay. Like, we're going to win.
Yeah, I want to make a dynasty.
Being recognized as one of the best already, it's super humbling, but like a super like gas at the same time.
One of the most prolific snipers in the game. He's special.
It makes our confidence even higher, and I feel like when me and Chris's confidence are high, we're just gonna keep frying.
We're still super young. Like, he's 20, I'm 19. Like, we still have way longer to go with this career, and I want the Tiny Terrors to be remembered as two of the best players to, you know, ever play the game.
Two nice headshots. BZ! The Tiny Terrors!
Well, that was just a sample of the Tiny Terrors episode of Behind the Controller presented by Scuff Gaming. The full episode will be available on the Call of Duty League YouTube channel about tomorrow afternoon. Bill, I mean, imagine coming up against those guys in matchmaking, in like the CDL players. Can you even imagine?
I'd be happy for like the first 12 seconds of the lobby.
Yeah, oh, cool. It's
until I get
easy.
into the game, and I'd be like, okay, maybe not so cool. Let me try. I'm dead again and again.
And again.
It's honestly, it's just a pleasure to cast, to watch. These guys are incredible. I know you yourself, you kind of dubbed them the Tiny Terrors.
That was me. I did do that.
I know you're trying to copyright claim and tag all this.
Yeah, I'm trying to get t-shirts made, but it's not really working out. Mate, at the first though, I felt kind of bad. I was like, is this quite a rude name to give them? Like,
I'm glad that they've
vertically
accepted
challenged.
that.
Yeah, the vertically challenged gentlemen. But hey, you let the gameplay speak for themselves, and the gameplay about to hit us in the face frames is going to be a Piccadilly search and destroy. I wonder if we'll be seeing a two-snipe setup coming through for FaZe. That's become something that is somewhat in vogue right now in the CDL. Here we go, off to the races immediately, and it is going to be a snipe for either side. Simp immediately missing this one out, but okay, close enough. It's not a problem. On the other side of the board, it is going to be Røkkr running that snipe for the Minnesota Rokkr.
Yeah, and FaZe have got 4 assault rifle, 1 snipe. Same goes for Rokkr. So far, so good for both squads. Everyone's alive. No one has dropped just yet. Priester has that bomb, looking like they're trying to edge their way. Oh my goodness.
He didn't even mean to hit that guy. It was just silly and bad timing.
Right. That's okay. Røkkr will take it. Could have got 2 for the price of 1 there. But as the time ticks away, of course, these short around times are going to put the pressure on. Talking of pressure here, Alex shuts down a BZ Sim. Wrong person!
Uh-oh.
What are you doing? Uh-oh, round number 1. Chalk it up. It's over.
I don't think it's over just yet. You can't count out Simp in this situation. That's a nice shot. The first is going to go down, and that's, I mean, it's a 1v4. They know exactly where he is. But who will be brave enough to step up to the plate? He's got 25 seconds, right?
I'd be sat in a corner, feet up, chilling.
Hold on. He's going to find another one. He's definitely going to get one more before this round ends. Whoa, it's so close. Come on, Assault. Put on the show for the fans at home. Minnesota Rokkr, a comfortable round to open this up.
Yeah. Unfortunate, we saw Simp take out one of his own teammates there, but a clinical round, and it all started with Røkkr. And the sniper is going to end with Røkkr as well. And I think that's a statement. When you go up against, you know, the likes of FaZe, everyone is talking about Simp, everyone is talking about that sniper. Røkkr is here to make a statement himself, you know, cement his name in the history books. A long way before he can do that, but of course, you've got to start somewhere. 1-0, both in map count and round count here, as Røkkr is going to hop on board. Take a wild shot in the dark. Ain't going to connect this time.
You got to try. Minnesota now on offense, making their way in towards the A site. They're pretty close. Those nades and smokes helping cover the advance. Simp on screen, cut down immediately from a nice flank by Silly. Major Maniac and a BZ find kills apiece. Priester now getting him into the mix. This is big though, as Atlanta have just opened this map up fantastically. 2 members of Minnesota left. Better make it 1 as Celium finds his own. Alex now in a world of hurt. What can he do? There's 30 seconds left on the bomb. And he is dead.
Yes, he is.
We didn't even get to see him.
It was a very quick round, and FaZe doing what FaZe do well. But it is, of course, all tied up. I feel like during that hard point, there was a lot of praise for FaZe, and they were doing great, but suddenly it just was Rokkr just holding on, hanging in there, and then taking that lead as well. And that's what they're doing in the Search and Destroy. They are no pushover by any means, but of course, shout out to our observers who's guiding through all the action. We're going to jump on board with Simp, see if we can connect here at the start of round number 3.
Yeah, we love you, boys. Here we go. Another snipes up. Will we find anything? The duck at the perfect time. How did he know? Brilliant timing again from the Rokkr to cross over towards A there. Here comes the push through mid. Just busy watching those buses, trying to make sure nothing happens. As Major Maniac's made his way all the way to A alone. He's in potential danger at this point. But again, pre-aiming the top of that shop. Great spot to be in again. You know, it's a power position in its own right. Røkkr finds one on Obeezy. Nice nade. Could hit the car. It's a tag, but not quite enough to get the kill, so that's good news for Major Maniac. Allows him to advance forward. Takes control of the ticket booth. That puts him out of sight from the player in top shot.
Second first blood for Røkkr. That's going to be a tag. I think Simp tagged him through one of the little barriers there on that window, and Cell is right there with him. What a sneaky spot. I think that was a seam, actually. He's just pushed up number 7. So that's the Alex there. Silly finds Major Maniac. On a game, Rokkr have the advantage.
Do have the advantage for now. Røkkr has just managed to get his Dead Silence. Priest of those creeps in from behind. Dead Silence play of his own. He's now going to restart that Dead Silence. However, when he walks through that shop window, it's going to go off. He finds a second kill for Priest. Now Celia making his way forward, trying to pick up where Priest had dropped down. Priest did have bomb, so we now have to see that be picked up and brought back into play. 2 versus 3 right now. Minnesota with the advantage after that kill from Alex.
Very doable when the likes of Simp and Cell are still alive, but Alex, Assault, and Silly looking to use their numbers to their advantage. As shots were missed and Cell's still alive, bombs down, and suddenly Simp rushing in with the pistol. Not going to work out, and it's all up to Cell. Bless his little cotton socks, he's gone down. He was getting shot left, right, and center there. But Rokkr, very, very strong. Not letting things get out of hand here, and again, closing things out when they need to. 4 kills for Alex so far. Strong showing. Just delaying the defuse as well, just making sure that they can equip their field upgrades. You see those just popped up on the top side of your screen, whether it be trophies, whether it be Dead Silence. Always nice to have that ready and waiting for round number 4.
Well, Slow and Steady's going to win this race against Search and Destroy. Is definitely a marathon, not a sprint. And right now, FaZe are having to stretch the quads out. The hammies are a little tight right now. They're not quite picking up the pace that we have seen them. Asim, though, in 0-2, that's one thing we're worried about for Minnesota Rokkr. Asim is a devastating Search and Destroy player. If he starts to pick this up, this could get ugly real fast. Røkkr not able to find anything through the smoke, not even willing to take the shot that time, but hey, this is a good angle we've seen. 1, 2, look at them go. FaZe managed to make the cross. Alex now trying to find those players, forcing them back into the bookshop. Nate goes through, Selim on the defense. Holds the line down, he could get the second kill. That'd be insane, but he doesn't. Asim manages to get on the board. Priest now moving his way in towards B, and Silly again with these exceptional kills, 4 and 2. So difficult to deal with, and Røkkr strikes true with a sniper.
FaZe, they are being pushed back, they're being pressured, and they're actually going up against a team who know how to make their mark here on Piccadilly. It was a walk in the park when we saw FaZe first play this map, but it ain't the same. Silly with another kill, that's 5 for him. Simp last alive, he's got the MP5, but he's got 4 to deal with. He's not gonna find anything. So as the Search and Destroy goes back and forth, Rokkr, a couple of rounds back to back, sees them take the lead.
Oh, and again, this is a semi-final matchup. Loser of this is out. The winner goes on to the home series grand final. This is do or die for both teams. I mean, there is no room for error whatsoever. A single best of 5. That's all you got.
On the other side of the bracket, you got Huntsmen and Florida. Wait when we get to see Arsties and Pristini go head-to-head for the first time ever. So much exciting stuff going down this weekend. FaZe, though, a home stand. They were looking to win it in front of the home crowd here. They're the first team to do so. However, Rokkr stand in their way for now.
There's no
double need
to get through this one. Assault with a great need to open that up. Silly once again from up high, looking to be the difference maker right now. Simp unfortunately missing that sitter. Asim finds 2. That would have been great to help out, and Assault now is making this look easy. Simp once again left alone. The sniper has not worked out for him, and he's going to be cut down once again. 4-1. The Minnesota Rokkr are making this look a lot easier than it should be.
Well, they're probably going wild in Minneapolis right now.
Going nuts there.
And so they should
They're
be.
in a bar
because
somewhere in the freezing cold.
Going into this game, there was a favorite. Absolutely. And it was FaZe. But right now, the hard point was close for sure. But the search and destroy, they look like they're being outclassed. I mean, the pre-nades, it was a two-person setup there. 2 frags going in on 1. Beautifully done. 6 kills for Silly here. No sniper now for FaZe. They've put it away. It's not working for them. I like the adaptation. And Abizi's going to kick things off. He is going to find himself taking out Silly. But I see him again. Those grenades connecting. This time it's Cell who drops.
It's a 5 AR run now for FaZe. Celium drops. And oh boy, the Godorek sniper once again. It's just silver bullets for the little monsters of FaZe. Priest now left in a tough situation. Multiple members of the Minnesota Rokkr advancing towards him at their B site. Godorek once again takes the head off of Priester. The Minnesotan sniper is just dealing nothing but damage round after round. You love to see it. Major Maniac now, as he tries to make his way forward. Simps trying to back him up. They're backing in towards A. They're hoping to make the stand there, but the bomb is so much closer towards B. Rings the bell. Assault knows they're coming now. Simp pops dead silence, tries to get a little bit closer. That tells Minnesota that the B site is completely clear now and they can plant the bomb with 30 seconds remaining.
Yeah, they're just trying to bait out that player up top. Does find one, and that's going to be Godorek. Sniper is out of the equation. This would be a huge clutch. However, Minnesota Rokkr, they should close this round out, and they go 5-1 if they can do. Major Maniac dancing around the middle, having a bit of party in Piccadilly. With only 18 bullets, trying to close in on 1. Assault's going to go down. Big kill from Simp, in, out, makes it a 2v2. This would be a huge, maybe swing ground here as Simp pushes forward, finds a Sim, Sim finds 1, Sim finds 3! And Sim, the tiny terror himself, goes huge for Atlanta FaZe. Could that be the swing round that FaZe needed to get back into this? 4-2 and 5-1, they are worlds apart. But as he pushes forward, asserts his dominance, Alex caught off guard and Sim shutting it down.
There's a Minnesotan fan right behind us. He's really loving the show. Here we go, another round. Atlanta on offense. A big win in the defensive round there from Sim. Again, snipes have been put away. Sim now running an MP5. That's the latest change to the Atlanta playbook. Rokkr being pushed back now. Assault. He catches Sim cross through. Sim manages to get him. Oh no, Assault gets the kill on the Sim. Excuse me, these crazy old eyes. Priester now making his way through middle. Quick bit of revenge. They're onto Silly. Godorek is still running that sniper and he's still alive in the back end.
I think so, he should be as well. He's found nothing but success with the sniper, and Godorek actually finds a couple of the first bloods here. I think it currently stands 3-3, but Rokkr 4-2 in round count, and that is all that matters. Looking for that one player up top. It is going to be Assault. They've retrieved the bomb now. But again, and I was kind of questioning, Sim to push straight through mid-map. It didn't work out for him. Major Maniac has that availability on the dead silence, so maybe uses that. But Priest has been taken out. It's a 2v4 once again. They've got to go huge, they've got to go big, and it's all up to Cell in a technical 1v4. He finds the first, he will not find the second. Rokkr, just one round away. Whew.
Map point to take themselves 2-0 up in the series. What a shocking turn of events that is. Truly an unexpected situation to be in, especially for Atlanta FaZe. I mean, we've talked them up online, we've seen the hype videos, we've heard the fans. Really, the expectations are there for Atlanta FaZe to have walked through this series. This is unprecedented for the COD League.
We've seen, you know, them go into search and destroys, online, whatever it is, it doesn't really matter. And they've destroyed teams. But they've been caught off guard multiple times here. Whether it's the sniper from Godorek, whether it's the slow pressure of Assault, who's going to get the first blood? It's Cell. Big, big plays. Priester up top on the buses, trying to get a free ride there. Nice positioning. One player just on construction there, near the scaffolding. Bullets going here, there, and everywhere. It seems taking out Simp. All tied up, 4v4. Alex will get away with his life now as Priester drops down. He's going to reposition. The bomb edging towards B. My heart is racing even looking at this right now.
So just holding that bookshop. Here comes the approach on a B. Asim's going to lead the charge. No dead silence, a little bit of noise, and A's going to really give it away, but here we go. No reposition right now from the players of FaZe. They're going to hold the line as they will. GodRx's snipe though, that could be very devastating in this situation. Just the top of a head. Major Maniac. Go away from the light, my son. That's going to be a lot of damage dealt. And aBeZy now even closer. What an eyesight that was. He managed to catch Assault in the transition. The Dead Silence plays there. aBeZy, he goes in. He goes all the way and he gets the kill. That's massive. Asim levels it up. 3 versus 3. 12 seconds remain on the bomb. They have to get the plant down now, and the kills are starting to come through. It's now a 1 versus 3, all onto aBeZy. He has to make this go on his own, and he can't do it. It just fell to pieces towards the end. 6-2 is the final score of the S&D. And this is absolute shock horror. Predictions out the window. Minnesota are up 2-0 against Atlanta FaZe.
I'll tell you what. These guys are looking so impressive. You can see the smiles on their faces. Yes, they are confident in their own ability. Did they expect to come in and win the 2 maps like that? I don't think so. Maybe they did. However, Minnesota, look at that scoreboard right there. 9 kills for GodRx. I think sniping, of course, was the key there. He was picking up first bloods. Major Maniac only finds 2 throughout. But again, they won 2 rounds. One of those rounds was a huge clutch from FaZe. Again, I said this at the end of the first half point. The better team won. 2-0 to Minnesota. I cannot believe it. So far, so good for them.
Cannot complain. They're looking to find themselves in the Atlanta Home Series Grand Finals. They are 1 map away for causing the greatest upset we could have imagined so far in the COD League. When we come back, domination. This is the COD League. We'll see you soon.
PS4, the official platform partner of Call of Duty Challengers.
We are very close to potentially seeing one of the biggest upsets that this tournament could even house, but while that game is getting ready and we're about to jump into that map, I want to show you guys something a little bit special. At every single tournament, we are going to be having challengers. This is where teams can really rise up to try to fight their way in with the big leagues very soon, and none of these teams actually attended London. We got some surprise squads actually cutting through so far, and a lot of these teams also have academy teams. So we actually have the Minnesota Academy team getting out in 5th place. They were one of the squads that a lot of people expected to go deep. They were the 2nd seed here. The prize pool is massive, $25,000 here for Challengers. We're going to be giving you more updates as to everything that is going on in Challengers throughout the run here, but we want to get back down to see if we're going to have the upset. I'm going to throw it back over to Momo Miles.
Thank you very, very much, Rich. Exciting to see how the Challengers develops again. A brand new thing we're doing here in the COD League.
Love
Challengers, we love it. It's the middle column of the 3-column thing we've got going on the logo. I love it. Hey, the biggest upset we could have possibly imagined could unfold before us. Atlanta are looking a little dead. We cannot see if they maybe rise from the dead. A reverse route would be great. They love putting on a show. But Minnesota, Phil, what are they doing right?
So far, we look at the hard point and we see the assault rifles. We knew how good assault and GodorX. I feel like I'm just saying the same thing. We've had a privilege casting Rokkr quite a few times, both this weekend and a couple, but those assault rifles are so strong, and it's not to take anything away from their SMG. Silly's been playing great, Asim, Alex as well, but for me, assault and GodorX, they slowed the game down. They just kind of dug their heels in, and we're getting kills which FaZe were probably unaware that they were going to be running into. And again, it seems so simple, but when you have 2 players so strong and putting such strong numbers up, they're just kind of picking away at FaZe bit by bit, and they weren't always in the lead of that hard point, but they take it, and that's search and destroy. GodorX's sniper. It's a team effort, but I am a bit of a GodorX fan.
It does help. Our US Army tactical play. This is a Minnesota round 5, and again, we touched upon GodorX. He was absolutely slain at this point, but Silly as well, a player that cannot be overlooked whatsoever.
No, absolutely not. And again, Silly, we talk about this game mode to game mode. Just someone who doesn't get like the flashy 3-pieces or the clutch snipers or the crazy plays. Is someone which will just put maybe a kill or 2 every round on the board for search and destroy. Even right now, we're in round number 5. He's got 6 kills. He's leading the charge in the whole lobby. A player which we've seen obviously on the stage being interviewed, and he is here to win. He's a world champion in his own right, and he's looking to make his mark with the Rokkr. He's recruited a Brit in Alex. He's got himself a spicy lineup, and he's looking to take down what a lot of people consider the favorite, what I consider the favorite going into this tournament.
A lot of us did consider them the favorite, and now they face the greatest challenge yet, the prospect of elimination at their home series event. They are 1 map away from ducking out of the tournament early. Atlanta FaZe, the truest test to their composure. Questions around experience, whether they were going to choke when it came to the big matches. Well, this is the big match now. 1 at a time is going to be the only way they claw themselves back into this series, and it begins here on Hackney Yard.
Yeah, I gave you a bit of Hackney Yard hardpoint history. We've got some domination history for you. Atlanta have played it once. They lost to New York. Not great. Minnesota, though, they beat LA Gorillas. They beat Toronto. They beat Paris. They did lose to Chicago, but only by 8 points. So for me, again, you go into this, and then you look at these stats, and Rokkr, they are ready to take the 3-0 sweep, but here we go, jumping on board with Silly as he explodes in a ball of flames there. Simp lands that grenade.
So land that grenade, Alex doing a nice job, hold down low. Selly him now as he hits in towards B, and Asim's managed to go straight in towards the C flag, flip that over. A is now in control of Minnesota as well, and if not for B, Atlanta don't really have any presence on the map right now.
Right now, jumping onto B, we see Asim on the flank. B does go to Atlanta. However, Asim finds 2, a trophy. And he's going to find himself a neutralization. Can he secure the point? Assault's going to find himself 1 as well. Can he find the double? This would be absolutely huge. Not going to happen. Denied by Abizi, but traded out once more. And again, we start to have a look at this, and both home flags are in the hand of FaZe for now, but A is changing hands. Asim backing up his teammate Silly, and the warehouse may be under pressure soon.
So far, so good. Minnesota starting to walk away with this one very slowly. Early days still, but sitting at 2-0 in the series. I think it's now time to do a quick OpTic Gaming listen in with the Minnesota Rokkr.
One hour jumped in right crate. 1 hour jumped in right crate. Tyler dead. Right's open for a sec. Apple dead. Nice. I'm hitting top bell. Hitting top bell. They could have crossed. They could have crossed.
1C right now. I'm third.
He's already at bottom hallway. A and make it. Fuck. He's at top 8. Top 8. P2. Top P2. You want to win? Top 8. Top 8. Hold across him.
Getting 1 shot.
Fuck. Rest is on enemy.
He's bottom stairs.
Another one got me outside yellow.
In the hallway.
Hallway. Got
Guys, one more cross, I think.
There's another one?
Yeah, one cross. Yeah, it's 1C.
Top 10.
I'm reaching C.
Is that him or no? Maybe. Yeah, I think it is. No. Top 8. Top 8. He's going to A now. He's going to A now. Come back there.
One shot going bottom out. They spawn yellow. They all spawn yellow.
On it, Tyler. He's still on it.
They went straight to B. Alright, we're good. Take our time. Yo, come B. I'm gonna go top. I'll go
One
top.
shot on A, Tyler. One shot on A, Tyler.
Don't be out.
Well, I got one.
Cross left. Love's open, guys.
No, top and C, go Røkkr, simp.
I'm waiting.
First up, Røkkr, he jumped down, he's at the barrel.
Bottom out.
The barrel.
Middle.
Barrel, push up, close bottom out. On forklift.
Bottom dead.
You went second green.
You might go towards A, or C.
I'll watch it.
He's so far now.
Oh, he came back. Full.
Honestly, very, very calm, very much in control. Does the Minnesota Røkkr look right now in Atlanta? It is certainly shaky legs. Have taken a couple of big heavy hits to the head. We'll see if they can't harness the fury and bounce back into this one. And aBeZy finds that 5 spree, and that's what you want to be seeing before just taken down. Still, A and B in control right now for FaZe. This is what you want to see. And silly Alec Goddard, they've just ruined this one. The villains right now as Minnesota surge forward.
I tell you what, they're looking so strong. And again, it's every single player playing their part. Goddard on another killing spree. 5 kills in a row. 9 and 5 for him as he finally does go down. But the man's on a mission right now, and it is to upset everyone in this venue cheering on FaZe. However, A and C in the hands of FaZe. FaZe are taking over B. Major Maniac getting into the action as well. A triple cap is on, and with 2 minutes, there's plenty of points to play for. It does look like C will be changing hands very, very fast, but what a way to answer back. FaZe, they're going to take the lead very shortly.
They take the lead shortly, but now they have to identify where the push is coming from Minnesota. Again, they know they're coming out of C. Is it going to be from green where Priest is, or is it going to be here where Major Maniac is? He wins the 2. That's his 3rd kill in a row. What a way to hold it. Push Minnesota back, hold the line, keep the clock ticking, keep the points flowing. That's the goal right now. Simp finds his kills, 2 now in a row. And look at this top position they've got by L. They're going to lock this one down while the remainder of Minnesota make their way through green now, and they're going to try to keep this play going.
I need to see Major Maniac. He's on a 9 streak. God damn, look at him go. Incredible stuff for Major Maniac as he finally falls after 10 kills in a row. He started off 1 and 6. He is now 11 and 6 as FaZe are starting to dominate here. Not 1, not 2, but as they collect C, it looks like they're collecting rent here as we are living free. Simp finds another. Simp will go down with only 50 seconds here. This is where FaZe needs to capitalize on these points as well. They've got a 2 cap here. No points are going in the hands of Rokkr, and they're gaining this lead very quickly, Miles. 20 points now out of nowhere. And with 40 seconds left, they can have like a 30-point lead going into the next half.
Yeah, it feels like the tiniest little lapse in concentration there for the Rokkr has cost them. And all of a sudden, FaZe starting to come alive. Literally, the shambling corpse from the first 2 maps is now walking around and it's hunting for brains. It wants a little bit of the Rokkr. It wants a little bit of Alex, and Major Maniac is going to continue this absolutely staggering run. 15 and 9. 8. He's a beast.
I mean, Major Maniac, I will say, his hard point wasn't the best. His search and destroy wasn't the best, but he's turning it around in game number 3. 15 kills to his name. But with 10 seconds left, we take a big breath here as we are going to reset those sides. Cell and Priest are heating up. It's a tough one to come back on. We've talked about domination. If FaZe are going to come back into this one, they are going to need all the help they can get. And when Major Maniac is doing things like this, 10 streak against some of the best players in the world. That's disgusting.
That's disgusting. Yeah, it was 10 in a row. 10 in a row. We switch sides now at the half. Minnesota still with a chance to bounce back, but FaZe have just started to heat up.
And it's most definitely doable for Rokkr. We've seen what they're capable of. Asim has a slow start, silly as well, and it's those SMGs, those ones who are the entry players who have to jump on flags. It is quite traditional to see that. 5 captures for Silly. He is really kind of putting those numbers up on the board, but aBeZy is a patient aBeZy to start things off in the second round.
Patient and disgraceful shots there as he kills Goddard for the second. A and B secure now. Favorable side for Atlanta FaZe, who will take control of A. Cleaning out the top side of the warehouse. That L is now a safe place. Oh, that's unlucky. Sim just ran out of ammunition. That'd have been killed most likely as Priest and Al trying to take top control. Alex Goddard doing what they can to make their way right on through to B. There's the first. Oh, Nassim actually manages to get it done. That's a big kill. As aBeZy now pushed on back. They managed to flood everyone outside of FaZe out of the warehouse, but now we're trying to make the push. aBeZy, the timing could be great, but it's not good enough as Alex wins the engagement and saves position at B.
And what Sim's trying to do here, just pushing through the middle, trying to cut off anyone from that phone booth, pushing into B, whilst he sends his teammates in there. B right now back in the hands of Rokkr with a lead of around 35 points. FaZe looking good, but it is definitely doable for Rokkr. Kill feed all red though for now. Alex trying to change that, finds one, finds the second. Alex, don't you do it. He's up top, and he wisely backs on down here for a second. Plenty of time still on the clock, Miles, as you look towards the minimap. FaZe maybe pushing for the home flag number 0. That's Priester on the big flank.
mean, Alex is really hanging with the best of them right now. This is an exceptional performance from him. 17 and 13, but it looks a lot more impressive. That's it with a three-piece, though. Assault now in from behind. Beast is going to back him up. That's it. Atlanta FaZe starting to rip their way across the map.
Recap. Is it going to go down? It's going FaZe's way. 3 minutes on the timer. Cell finds a double. Priest, the major maniac, getting things all twisted up here, and they are not letting anything go in the favor of Røkkr. We see Asim and Silly still start to struggle. It's such a hard job to be that entry player, to get on any type of flags. C will be retained now by Røkkr, but as the time ticks down, Simp, a 5-kill streak because he is 20 and 16.
20 and 16. 3 minutes now remain. It's starting to get a little bit dire for the Minnesota Røkkr. We will be seeing a game 4. We get another hard point. Is this the beginning of the redemption story here for FaZe Atlanta? B made neutral. Minnesota trying to bounce back here, but again, the A and C combo right now that FaZe has got, it draws the forces, it spreads everyone apart, and it means that Minnesota Røkkr have to focus on one of those positions. All of that costs time, all of that costs points, and all that does is give FaZe the lead.
So far, so good for FaZe here. Time is getting to the point where we will not be able to see a comeback, but FaZe right now, you've got to remember, they are 2 maps down. They need to pad their own confidence so much here going into maybe the next map if they are to take this. But Alex finds 2. Asim and Assault join the club here. A's got a neutral. B still in the hands of Minnesota. This is doable. They may need a triple cap.
Slow and Steady's going to win this one. 2 minutes now on the clock. Silly taken down by a nice bit of team fire there as he will get the trade. Goddard's next up on point. Keep those shots coming through, but again, has to defend B. FaZe looking for the opening. Selim's nade eaten alive by that trophy system. Slow, steady, as they keep holding that line. 50-odd points separating the teams now. Selim finally brought down by a combined effort from Goddard and Assault. Top shots from Goddard to bounce straight onto the point, and now C's in danger. This is a nice look for Minnesota.
So far, so good here on the retake. A triple cap is 100% needed at this point. C, though, going back in the hands of FaZe. And you saw just in the warehouse there how they played those assault rifles. We've talked about it already, how they slowed the game down. That is what we mean by slowing the game down. Take those longer range gunfights. Could be longer, but it's Hackney Yard. Everything's pretty much up close and personal. C, back in the hands of FaZe, and as time ticks away, 1 flag will be enough for FaZe to push this to a game number 4. Quick stat check there, 24 and 18 for Sim. BZ at 20 and 13. You saw them on that preview, that video. These guys were saying, when we're playing good, we're gassing each other up, and we would just play better and better. Dirty shots from top third there as again, FaZe hold on.
They hold on. It is not over yet. 50 seconds remain. B going to FaZe. Assault with a wonderful 1v1, but it has to be faster than that. 45 seconds now remaining.
They've got to cap this, and they've got to go for the triple. They've got to go big, and Cell says no to 1. Simp jumps into the action as well. The slaying power has certainly been stepped up by Rokkr, but with 35 seconds left to go, it is not looking likely to be enough here as Abizi dances with the devil, finds another as Assault will fall, and Goddard just trying to go from here, there, and everywhere. He's just trying to find something, and as the clock ticks down, Atlanta FaZe are going to be able to push this one to a map number 4. At this point, it is all done. It is all dusted. And as Priester falls there, the last couple of gunfights will be exchanged. And we're going to be going to map number 4, Miles.
Can Atlanta do this? Can they go all the way? 2-1. Minnesota still with the lead. It is still match point. Can Atlanta go all the way after that domination win on Hackney Yard?
Let's check out those stats and see exactly was the enabler of that. I think for me, again, yes, the slaying power is very obvious. Plenty of assists on the side of FaZe, and I feel like that for me was the team shots coming in. Again, it was those triple caps. It wasn't necessarily complete domination, no pun intended, in that one. It was the fact that for just a minute here and 30 seconds there, they had either 2-0 on flags or they had that triple cap, and believe me, it adds up very, very fast. And I think Rokkr, it almost like panic started to set in, and when it gets out of hand, it gets out of control. But Miles, now we have a real series on our hands. For me, Rokkr, you needed to end it there. You needed to just put the nail in the coffin, because now we're going to hardpoint. We know what FaZe can do on hardpoint.
We do. And this is the question for me now, is FaZe, the walk-in, you know, the crowd screaming. Maybe they were just a little bit too excited, maybe a little too eager to get into this one. The first map, you know, the nerves were there, the adrenaline was still pumping. reality kicked in hard. It was a sucker punch right to the gut, especially with the search and destroy. Do you think now they've managed to calm themselves down on stage? A couple of quick words of advice from the crowd or the coach there, keeping them together. As these players now, the tension sits in. You can see that nervous tension on stage. Minnesota think there's something in the back of their mind. Maybe they think to themselves, have we let this series go? Can we stop them now that we're starting to get a run? For FaZe, it's that glimmer of hope. It's the chance that we can now pull this one back.
We'll update that social media, of course. Fans are into it. One device is not enough. I couldn't agree more. I got 3 screens in front of me. I got stats, I got preview, I got everything. And my goodness, give me some more. But as we get into the hard point, I think the one thing that Rokkr need to focus on, again, is what they did on map number 1. We're going to be going to gun run a mile. So we think early rotations, we've got to have those assault rifles set up. And again, if I get the same Silly, if I get the same Asim and Alex from map number 1, Rokkr 100% can do this. They absolutely can.
Yeah, Rokkr need to really rely on the ARs here. You have to see those ARs pop off. Keep those players, those dangerous, tiny little monsters. Keep them away from that hard point. Keep them away from those rotations. And that's it. It's going to be coming down to Assault and GodRx for me. Especially when it comes, you know, we're thinking of like, you know, the minecart area. Like even when you're pushing towards P2, you have to take control of those top crates area. I just want to see those ARs pop off. That's the only way the Minnesota Rokkr do this. FaZe though, this is the beginnings of something very special.
As the time ticks down. Atlanta FaZe versus Minnesota Rokkr here. Hardpoint Gunrunner. We're jumping on board as we did before. It's none other than Cell. As he walked out in front of you, very home crowd, beautiful people. You chanted MVP, and he's trying to put on a show for you, but it's Priester to open up the account with his teammate Abizi. As they start to haggle back and forward for these spawns, and of course, the all-important top.
It is a haggle indeed, and I think right now the haggling's just about going the way of the Rokkr, but Major Maniac's got a thing or two to say about that. Simp leading the charge. He's managed to get in real close. I mean, look at the positioning of all the arrows on Minnesota. They're so far back right now. FaZe have been able to expend all those players they've got on spawn straight away across to battle for the next hard point, while you've still got players sitting in there right now. I mean, Celium's picking up as much time as he possibly can. Priester keeping the front line going for them. This is a strong look already for FaZe. Time and the battle continuing for spawns.
And I think Rokkr have done really well focusing on spawns, but the problem is in the meantime, it's focusing on a spawn, you're going to get 60 off this potentially. They have given up some time towards FaZe on this middle hard point. You know, that could be 35 seconds at this point. But FaZe, they're trying to break on through. Heading over to the bathroom. Simp will go down. That's a double from Silly. Strong stuff. And as that ticks over, 32 points, make it 33 for FaZe. Minnesota will be wanting to collect what is theirs here. Self finds a double. He was punished by the trophy there, and an assault rifle straight into his face. Simp, though, he's actually on his way to a train track. This could be huge. He's got his teammate pinching left, right, and center, but it's not going to be allowed. Minnesota shut it down. Simp says no. Simp, looks the wrong way. Too many to handle there as Rokkr hold on once more. And again, they keep them at bay.
As the assault from the Atlanta FaZe continues on the hard point of Minnesota Rokkr. Let's have a very quick Astro Gaming listen in with Atlanta FaZe.
Watch out, front. I smoked up the hill. Good trap. Side door by himself. I don't see in front. Side door, back door. Still top. He's still fucking top. 2-0. Rock assault. Already Rock assault. One might pinch. I got him on new. Nice might be pinch. Assault, rock.
He's watching cross from the forest, guys.
Listen, I'm pitching on full. Got trophy down.
I piped.
Stun new. I'm pitching forest.
I'm with you. I know one heady assault.
Yo, pipe.
Clean comms, clean shots. So all of a sudden it's starting to look a little nicer for FaZe as they start to pull away with this one. However, a nice retake there coming through from Minnesota. But Priester has just identified the spawns of the Rokkr, and he's now trying to rock their world. And those shots, though, aren't going to get it done. He does manage to find a little bit of damage, but Assault too quick on the trigger. Once again, those ARs doing work. Simp up close. Taking out my GodRx with the MP5 in hand. And we still have time going the way of FaZe.
Oh, you might be asking, like, why am I laughing? I watch FaZe, and the way that they get the hard point and they just keep going. They just don't stop. They push the spawn so hard. They're going to be pushed back and tested, but the kill feed is red. It's Atlanta FaZe red. And with 10 points still to go, Alex is going to try and hold this top box. Quick concussion will go out. But for now, we're going to be actually heading over very shortly. And FaZe, they're thinking about like 2 hard points ahead.
Oh, it's all
We're going to
theirs.
get one player spawn out, so this is a little bit of a mess when you look at the mini-map, but the next couple of kills could be crucial. Over by the crates, though, FaZe will get those first couple of points, but the spawns for next will be favoring Rokkr. Right now, 35-point lead for FaZe, looking good.
Yeah, looking good. Major Mayo trying to lock down the back, take care of the players coming out of Old, but still, the gunfights are actually working out, and Assault, once again, the M4 ringing true. As he cleans up FaZe from the containers. Oh, Cell, that's unfortunate. He slip slides right into that one. Still, Assault now up top. Putting the M4 to work, really on point. Here comes the push though from FaZe, trying to get back into this one. Abizi, Sim finding the kills, the trades there. Major Maniac and Sim now finding 2 of their own. We're almost doubling the score right now, as they do what they can to keep the members of Rokkr off the point. Sim shots through, again trying to take care of Green, but you don't kill Sim at first, you have to get it done. Don't give him a chance, he'll take it every single time. And the final 10 seconds now of this hard point, we will see the rotations come through, and you see that long white line right down the middle of the map, and it seems to be those arrows from Rokkr they've got control of next.
Yeah, this is actually really well played from Rokkr here, and going into this, Røkkr, he seems a little bit slower, he's been shut down more, and it is, of course, those MP5s getting up close. Assault's actually putting up some heavy numbers, which is great, but right now, 104 to 49, this is a hard point, which we need to see Rokkr really take advantage of. Priest around the back. It's a sneaky play, a technical one-on-one, but with an MP5, you want to get up close and personal denied. It's Assault, and that is what we talk about. Give yourself the position, give yourself the cover. Assault's going to get pressured, and I tell you what, you kill one tiny terror, they're going to come biting back.
Sprat out the grounds right now, and Assault, we give him a lot of love. 15 to 10. As Atlanta now locked down the warehouse, big shots from Cell. Keeping the play going through the front door. Silly manages to get the opening kill. Now Abizi on the reinforcement push, in from behind. He will be cut down again, but the damage is done. The clock is no longer on the side of Minnesota. The rotation is already underway. We're back towards the middle of the map, and it looks to be FaZe territory for now. Sim taking control of the right-hand side of the map alongside the remainder of his teammates. They've got to get rid of Alex there in mid-map. Once they flush him out, they're in a much stronger position to take care of the first and second hard points in the next rotation.
Yeah, it's almost a battle for the train tracks now. Silly's going to be spotted, but so is Simp. It feels like you're just almost tagging every single player up. Kill feeds going back and forward. Assault and Alex combined for a triple here. As again, one player. Quick check, number 2 is Alex right at the back. Not that we need to watch him, but he's the one trying to follow things and really change the spawns, but he's just been hunted. It's like a prey and a predator, but it's Alex with the double. Cell finally finds that all-important kill. 30 seconds left on this middle hard point, and roles reversed this time around. This time it's Minnesota who's taking those points away from this middle hard point. He's not going to be able to do anything, but it's a constant push, a constant try for the spawn flip. Number 5 is going to have an engagement with number 6. It's Røkkr going up against Major Maniac here. They are literally on opposite sides of the walls. Shadow.
Major Maniac's made the move. The shots are out. This is a 1v1. He's got to win this one. You've got to maintain control. The reinforcements have shown up, and now FaZe is all over the hard point. But so is Minnesota. Asim's now on point, trying to clean these players out. Cell with a nice 2, trying to keep the hard point in the hands of FaZe. But Asim cleaned out from the back. Celian finds 3. Sim gets one of them. Now Silly's trying to get them through the front door, but Priester says no. And it's an absolute nade fest there on point. A little bit of unfriendly fire, but that's not a problem. As FaZe keep holding the doors, as Abizi keeps the kills flowing. This is a solid hold from FaZe. A brilliant bit of work now as the attack from the rear starts to develop there. The Røkkr cleaned up 1. The second still alive at the back there. They're going to keep that play happening as long as possible. The contest now, as we try to see some damage there on the hard point, but FaZe have held down this container so well. You have to start thinking about the rotation, man. I mean, you've spent so many lives trying to get in there. It has not worked.
And there's still 20 seconds left here. FaZe are accumulating so many points so fast. I mean, going into this, Celium had a 1.4 hardpoint KD, Sim at a 1.31, and they're showing why they are so strong. Yes, Minnesota, it was a huge upset to get, of course, that first map hardpoint victory. But if this starts to keep getting out of hand, we've got a double point score at 185 to 94 right now. And FaZe are looking so strong. They've got to break through the mines. Kill feed is white right here, as Rokkr will be looking for that comeback. It's a hard one to hold, especially when you got the Maniacs running at them.
There we go. Røkkr, he's a big boy. He's looking like Snow White right now, and here come the 7 dwarves as they charge on through, making their way straight through the mines. Hi-ho, hi-ho. Silly, what have you got? You got to keep firing, Silly. Keep shooting. Don't let him through. Don't let him get to your hard point. He's doing everything he can. Assault backs him up, and that's great work. The score line is starting to get closer. The Røkkr are not out of this yet.
Certainly are. They're holding this so well. And FaZe, they might actually have to start thinking about next. With 20 seconds, they actually did much better on the first rotation. As Abizi and Cell, they try and utilize the smokes, but it's Assault once more in that power position. Shout out to Assault right now. 9 kills to the good. 1 minute and 25 of kill time. He's really dragging his team through it here with the slaying side of things. But Asim trying to change what's going on with the SMG department. Shoot Cell in the back, waiting for that push. Sniffs out one behind him. And it is such a fast-paced game with the players on that main stage right here. It's going to be hard to break over by the crates. FaZe, they're looking to break 200.
They're about to break 200 now. That's good signs at this point because, again, that last hard point was getting a little bit ropey for them. As the Røkkr, we're not out of this yet. Once again, match point for Minnesota. If they win this, it is over for FaZe. Keep a hold of that hard point. Priestess shots. He can only do so much as Røkkr finds his second. Trophy's up. Gets eliminated from an enemy trophy. So now he's on point essentially alone. Alex trying to watch the back as he pushes forward, tries to get involved in the fight. And it's on Silly as he finds one, almost two, but Priestess says nay. As Celium now answers back. And once again, FaZe with a commanding presence. There are bodies literally all over the hard point. You can barely tell who Alex was shooting at there.
Beautiful stuff from FaZe here to hold on, but they are going to have these weak spawns pushing into that back warehouse now. aBeZy and Simp are trying to wiggle their way through. We're going to see a team kill come through. Simp dispatches of Assault, but Alex and Simp will back him up. Cell now has his turn, but he might want to actually wait for his teammates. There's a shot in the back from Assault. Check out that minimap. We've got a one-player entering from the front. It's going to be Priester. But only, here we go. Priester with the chance. He's just going to hold that. He's going to slam the door in his face. He's going to kick him and go, I've got a little tonic figure with Celium. Feet up. Punch back, it's Asim. Contest goes down, and we are going to see Rokkr hold on. Beautiful stuff from Assault. Asim helps him out as well, and City locking down those spawns. 35 seconds. Rokkr can get back in it here. They need to hold on. They can break 200. It's working beautifully. They're actually spawning out, so this is a potential break coming up through the forest.
One final push now for FaZe on this hard point. They're going to do the damage as best they possibly can, but the kills have been so incredible now from Minnesota. They've just been slaying their hearts out. Silly almost finds another one. Alex gets his third on the point, and there are 10 seconds left in this hard point. They're going to get all that time, and again, it pushes them closer to the 200 mark, but you have to consider the next rotation. You have to move out across the map, and somehow Alex wins that engagement. Major Maniac, tried and true, taking control of the back. You've got to watch out for Røkkr, though. He's managed to infiltrate the warehouse, and he's here now, able to do a little bit of damage by that top of the depot.
Alex is on a 6-kill streak. He's trying to flip spawns as well. 200 to 230. The time is ticking. FaZe are on this hard point. Minnesota, you need to challenge this. You cannot give all these points up. I know you're thinking about the next spawns, but FaZe don't care about spawns with 9 seconds left. Priester's on it. He's soaking it up like the sponge that he is. But Asim, Alex, and Assault break on through. aBeZy will be shut down. They need 3 points. As Simp nullifies that one. Now the problem here, if they cannot break it, FaZe have weak spawns. They need to see pitch-perfect gameplay from Minnesota. As they start to fall, 3 go down, FaZe jump on, FaZe get their kills, and FaZe make it a series, a 5-map series. They focused so well on the points they needed to. I think Minnesota were too heavy on that rotation. They needed to dedicate more resources to that middle hard point. But boy, oh boy, what a series we have had. A potential reverse sweep to go 0-2 and answer back the way they are. But this is not a walk in the park from FaZe. The crowd is certainly helping them out here. But Search and Destroy is up next. I need to take a break.
Let's have a quick look at the stats from that last one. Absolutely disgusting performances. Simp 33 and 27. 36 and 29 for Celium, the absolute superstar for his squad. 26-22 for Priester. Unbelievable stuff. And on the other side of the board, it was not bad for Alex at 33 and 25. 33 and 22 for Assault as well. We're playing some very, very good Call of Duty right now. A very big Game 5 coming up next, friends. The potential for the reverse sweep here in front of a home crowd for Atlanta. Or can Minnesota do the unthinkable? Find out after the break. Welcome back to the Call of Duty League. We are here in our first semi-final matchup. It is FaZe versus Røkkr, and we are going the distance. Game 5 is up next. FaZe are looking to complete the reverse sweep. They're on the absolute precipice of being eliminated, and now it is all tied up. From down 0-2 to tied 2-2 up. Get that tweet out, brother. It's a big one. Hit the retweet on that one. Hashtag FaZe up. Hashtag EZAF. Hashtag CDL 2020. We're going to a game 5, and we could not be more excited about this one. FaZe were getting the hands. They were being taken to the cleaners by the Minnesota Rokkr. And when the end was in sight, they turned it around on a Hackney Yard domination, and now we're in game 5. Really, Phil? Happy birthday, man. You got a cracker of a series for your birthday.
Sim wished me happy birthday on Twitter. I was like, wow, I made it. I said, your gameplay is you know, a big enough gift. However, this is more than I could ever wish for. A game 5, I didn't see this one coming. Again, you cannot rule Rokkr out of it. The search and destroy on Piccadilly was clinical. The sniper from Rokkr was beautiful. We're going to be going to Gunrunner, S&D. So again, it's going to be very, very different, but the momentum has certainly been shifted. FaZe have that home stand advantage. They've got the crowd behind them. But more importantly, they've just won the last 2 maps. So they're looking at each other now like, all right, let's finish this. Let's put that nail in the coffin, send Rokkr home, and head to the finals because I know who they want to match up against.
A little case of amnesia, I think, in the first half of the series. We were like, who are we again? Oh, that's right, we're the Atlanta FaZe. Now they're back. But hey, at the end of this series, the one thing we can take away, if not anything, is that the Rokkr are a real team to be contended with. I mean, these guys have been playing unbelievable. Standout performances from everyone on that roster at some moment during this weekend. Very, very impressed. I'm a fan. I don't know about you back at home. And I know there's 3 dudes here, right here, the Minnesota guys. I mean, I'm going to point at them. I'm going to get them in trouble, but they have been very vocal. They have been very, very vocal all weekend long. And we love to see that kind of passion here in the COD League. And it's going to be a long year, dude. It's going to be a very, very long year of Call of Duty. This is only the beginning, the 3rd week of the entire league. It's going to be running all year long here on the YouTube /COD League. Right, it's time, Atlanta. Game 5 awaits. The stage is set, the curtain is rising. We are now ready to begin the final chapter in this absolutely epic saga. And it's not even the grand finals.
So Miles, FaZe, they have never played Gunrunner, Search and Destroy on LAN. Now, admittedly, they probably don't go to many game 5s, so they've only played a couple S&Ds. Minnesota, they've played it twice. They beat Paris 6-0. They beat Chicago 6-3. This is a great map for Minnesota to have in the rotation. But it could also be a great map for FaZe. We don't know yet. we don't know. Let's just chill. All right, okay.
Don't forget all the practice they would have had against the FaZe Academy team, so. No more tricks.
Top pocket. Boom.
Oh, very, very close.
Got his
Major Maniac.
Jacket up.
Major Maniac starts the kills out in Forest. A hatchet down range there. Finds the kill. Silly in mid-map. Trying to watch that crossover through the middle. Sim just doing what he can to not expose himself. A beats on the other side of the door. Trying to make that play happen.
Yeah, this like Simp and BZ combo right in the middle there. Simp in you and BZ just on the other side of this door. Hello! Knock, knock! Good night, silly. My green now says a BZ assault has answered back though. No snipers on the map. Just a key point for you. In the hands of Røkkr, who will be seeing an assault rifle. 45 seconds left on the clock. FaZe are controlling that mid-map. And whoa, BZ. Okay. What? Jumping out like that, baiting for Cell. All right, okay. Don't think that was on purpose, but Cell is getting up close, aggressive. Doesn't even need to find the kill, but Røkkr last alive. Oh my goodness, Røkkr finds 2. A technical 1v4 available here, but with 23 seconds left. The bomb, I have no idea where it is. There's just bodies everywhere. He's collected it. Now he needs to go for the plan, and it looks like it's double trouble. FaZe Atlanta, take 1.
Five more rounds is all they need. That's a good way to get it started.
Just thinking about it, BZ kicked that door down. He took over green.
This is Atlanta! Oh my God, somebody gift that. Somebody put his face on Leonidas. At Mars Ross on Twitter, thank you very much. Here we go, round 2. 4 players towards B there for the Rokkr. Only one sort of sitting back. Not going to be a sniper at play here. Røkkr is not opted for it, but here we go. And BZ opens this one up real fast. He finds 2. No! That's ridiculous work from FaZe. They've sliced the map in half, and Silly, though, He manages to almost find a 2 of his own. What a round this has been, but Røkkr now on his own once again. It would is a 1v3.
He's popped his dead silence as well. He's going for this one. Bomb's going down here, and it's going to be Priester. Oh, no. Is it? Did the bomb go down? No, it didn't. Bomb is down, so he knows he had that information. A 1v3 for Røkkr. He's got an M4 in his hands. We know how powerful he can be. Major Maniac with a slither of help. Cellium jumps on in. He says, I got you. But that was a close call. Bomb was not planted. It was then dropped, but it was Cellium. I tell you what, if there is one assault rifle player you want to go up against Røkkr,
No,
might be that player.
It's always like, of course, he was the only one that could have done it. That's exceptional teamwork, exceptional cover fire from FaZe there. That was a very high-pressure situation, and no one made any mistakes.
Credit to Silly as well. He kind of went unnoticed there. He kind of slid past the whole team. He got one. He nearly turned another in Turbine. Unfortunately, it doesn't happen for him. But 2 rounds down, Minnesota, they need to answer back quickly. Again, nothing changed here. No snipers, but we are going to see some smoke. Assault, looking for those early pushes. And one thing that a lot of teams will want to do is get that map control over by B and push almost past the bomb site, get control of that rock. But talking about pushing past the bomb site, Asim does that, and again, Silly.
What a peach that was.
Alrighty. Finds a BZ out of nowhere. Now he's planting the bomb.
I love how fast that is.
Again, so good. So far, so good for Silly.
Clock's ticking.
Oh, that's unfortunate shots for Priester. Team does shut down Assault.
In all the confusion, just shutdown comes through, and Nassim comes back for more. 3v3. Alex Lee and Røkkr on defense. Alex there, trying to watch mid from Forest. Great position to be in. He peeks up again, though he's in trouble. Don't peek twice. FaZe are going to be watching it every single time. Priester, though, on the wrap. Priester, he's coming in from behind. Røkkr makes the read. Up close, though! Minnesota win their individuals. What a round that was for them. I honestly thought that was going the way of FaZe. They had the rotation, they had the flank over towards Forest, but Silly, he opens the round out with a huge grenade kill, gets the arm down, and then picks up 2 to win it.
Yeah, Silly's been playing incredible so far, and again, in Search and Destroy especially, he's been putting up some kills on the board. 4 for his team. Røkkr has 5 as well, so 2 players really standing out. However, as we get into round number 4, FaZe Atlanta, they'll be back on the attack. Bomb's going to be collected and rotated around towards B. Sniper in the hands of Sim. Oh, can he? Can he? Can he? Yes, he can! Røkkr will be frustrated as the sniper for his team. He'll be thinking, oh...
Should have known that angle.
Yeah, should have known the angle. And will want to get revenge too.
Not an angle we saw too much of in London, but here in Atlanta, all the tricks coming out of the bag. Great position to be in, a seam cut down. Cellium finds his as well. Breezy finds his kill. Assault. A valiant effort.
I think Major Maniac took out one of his teammates there. You see him in the bottom left, smiling, grinning. He's like, okay, I'm sorry. I think it might have been a team shot as he did want to pick up the kill.
Sorry, brother. It was gonna happen.
Had in the stats, bro. Like, get out of my way.
Come on, man.
It's like that pub when there's only one alive. And you're like, no, it's my kill. My kill. I got him.
I wonder if we'll see any finishing moves here in the COD League. I'm not sure if that's disabled in the rules. I do it all the time. I hope. Come on, somebody, please.
I ain't risking that. Not in a CDL game. Might join you on the playlist, but right now, 3-1 up, FaZe Atlanta. If you're just joining us, they were 0-2 in the series. Simple stayed with the sniper rifle, but Alex has shut down the very fast, aggressive, abrasive BZ as Alex finds a double. A very strong start in round number 5 here. And Alex might have just given Minnesota what they needed to get this bomb down.
Bomb down straight away. There's a lot of coverage over the bomb. No way anyone from Atlanta can try to make the push. Røkkr, that perfect coverage. As said, it's Priester. He'll bite the dust. Seam just tucks himself away. Brilliant covering fire again. It all comes down to Sim with a sniper, and he's going to be mopped aside. A very solid round from Minnesota Røkkr. They executed that one from start to finish. No wrinkles there in the plan. Nailed it.
Great start from Alex as well. It was that 2-piece at the start which really kind of changed that round because it enabled the bomb plan. Sim was with a sniper in no man's land, and Røkkr getting another round on the board. We go back to FaZe on the attack. Nervous times for everyone here. Quick stat check. Sim lowest at 2, aBZ highest at 6. However, Røkkr has already found 7. aBZ, though, is going to find another one here.
Ooh, aBZ.
That's naughty.
Holds the door. Silly now gets involved. And it's 2 for aBZ. Røkkr can't quite finish his meal. Not food you want to be playing with. I imagine aBZ's quite chewy as he now goes for the wrap. Got some backup from the form of Major Maniac. Godrex, though, lying in wait, preparing for the play. There it is. He can't find the second again as a BZ. Brilliant work this round. Gets his third kill.
Dead Silence available. Just regeneration on that health now. And you see a quick check on the minimap. Everything going down by the boiler room. It is going to be a 3v2. Alex and Assault. Alex is lying down, waiting here. BZ's just legging it around. He's like, guys, can't find anything. Pop my Dead Silence everywhere. It's like these kids sliding around. They're having some fun for sure. And a quick rotation over to B.
Alex is lying in wait. And just that sound of footsteps, that terror that you'd be hearing, knowing they're around him as soon as that Dead Silence wears off. Has to make a play. Clock ticking. 23 seconds remain. Bomb's got to go down somewhere. Alex making a peek.
Did he see him?
I don't think he saw him. Now he's gone away.
He went to check A.
Assault, though, he's in position. Assault's in a position to maybe make something happen here. The trade comes through. Assault goes down. Alex is going to have the fight. Now it's a 1v2. Simp and Cell versus Alex. 35 seconds on the clock to get both kills and the defuse.
Simp and Cell as well. These two absolute maniacs. Dipping, diving around the box. That's a grenade, my friend. Oh, slide away, slide in, slide out. Oh, shake it all about. Come behind you. And he's going to get pinched. What did Sim just do? Sim just oiled up his boots and slid around for like 20 seconds.
But then moves like Jagger.
Look at him go. Wee, wee.
Smashing the paddles. On his controller. Smashing the paddles, man.
I will say, it was actually a very good play. The grenade went out, it lured Simp out. He just couldn't connect with those bullets. He makes that a 1v1 and be a different story. It could be tied up 3-3 here, but round number 7.
One thing we've seen FaZe do so many times now is be the bait for each other. They're so good at putting their own lives at risk in order to give their teammates the advantage, and that's another example of FaZe brilliant bait and switch game. Selfless play from such brilliant superstars who receive so much love on social media. Not an ego in the bunch right now, and that is an amazing thing to say. This round, though, has slowed down. Again, Minnesota starting to feel that real pressure. That sinking feeling that this series might not be going the way they wanted to, that they may have thrown it away, but it is not over yet.
So Cell's push forward, Major Maniac is watching the cover. However, no team really wanting to make that move. However, bomb's going down, Cell in and out again. It's so quick, it's so aggressive. Dodgy nade, however, I'll let you off for that one. Concussion may connect. But now in a 5v4, Major Maniac took damage, but he's okay. He's all right, and he's back better than ever. Godrex goes down, Priest is on the flank. Priest is actually going to get caught off, and suddenly as the kill feed lights up, it gets a little closer. 2v3. Cellium. Silly with a 1v3. Now down to just 2, I believe. It's Cell. It's a defuse, and it is Atlanta FaZe, who are 1 round away now from the reverse sweep. As the MVP chants come in, Cellium. What a player that young kid is.
A lot of questions coming into this event, whether he was going to have the ice, the composure to play at this kind of level.
I think that was a 1v2 at the end. It might have been a 1v1. There was a lot of things going down.
Proving all I hate is wrong now as Cellium with these exceptional performances. Match point, Atlanta FaZe. The resurrection is nearly complete. Here we go. 1 more round is all they need to complete the reverse sweep. Minnesota, it is do or die. Smokes up. aBeZy so aggressive. He will be taken down. Alex with a lovely shot there through the smoke, but Simp with the immediate answer back and again gets away with his life.
And he's right there with Major Maniac as well. He's got the help in hand. That M4 at distance could cause trouble. However, 4v4. Oh, Asim, he spots him. Can he get the kill? No, he's actually been stunned. He's hopping away. He's helping, or hoping he's going to get help. And he won't need it just for now. 5-2, 1 round is all they need. And Asim still getting aggressive. The confidence this kid's playing with right now is incredible. Stun won't connect as he slides on out. He might catch one on the... Oh, Asim connects but cannot finish.
This is still the problem they have is 40 seconds, unable to get these kills. Only 40 seconds left. They're going to make a play towards B. But again, all the love has been shown towards A, so B's relatively uncontested right now. It's only Assault. And with good reason, what a shot that is to take down Priest, a bomb down. 40 seconds remaining. A 4-man push now developing from everyone on Minnesota as they charge forward. The chance now for something special. Alex finds his kills. Asim finds his kills. Major Maniac trying to catch those players in the push, but again, the bomb is now being defused. He's got to check that one. The shots come through, and the Rokkr stay alive to fight another day. 5-3 after this defusal.
And the important thing there as well was it was Assault's kill on Priester from top train to Turbine, which really just gave them the number advantage to then push, outnumber. and it came out on top, so credit to Assault for winning that one. If Priester wins that gunfight, I think the round's over. I really, really do. 5-3, though, as we head into round number 9. It is not over yet. FaZe have looked fantastic. A BZ dropping double digits, but Rokkr, we know they can hang with the best as we jump into round number 9 and start this all again with another 90 seconds on the clock.
One more round for FaZe, and they can put their feet up and sit themselves in the home series grand finals against a nice crowd. But again, the Minnesota Rokkr 3 rounds away from not letting this happen. Big tags, a nice nade just to push him back for the time being. 3-man split towards A for FaZe, 2 of them looking towards B, but here comes the bomb arm. Rokkr.
Fast bomb plant.
Fast bomb plant. Now they're going to force the move. Assault. Nice kill. He's got Røkkr now. He's lined up for the next one. The tags are there. Major Maniac just manages to slip through a BZ. Oh, the quick trade. Røkkr finds 2. Simp, the last player left alive. 1 round at a time. The Minnesota Rokkr bite back.
Miles, again,
bro.
Assault for me, he gets the final kill, but it's his first kill of this round, which opens things up again. The bomb goes down and Assault wins that gunfight. 2 rounds back to back now, where a world champion MVP has kept Rokkr in it. I repeat, with another 90 seconds on the clock, Rokkr, do they push this to a round 11? Or do Atlanta FaZe close things out in a reverse sweep? FaZe on the offense. Rokkr will sit back and defend B and A. Bomb's been picked up. Assault for me has been the key player in the last 2 rounds. He's really starting to get into his element, but he needs to do it another couple of times.
Amazing to think Assault's a world champion MVP. So sim. I mean, this is
pulled out the sniper.
The accolades in this game. What an adaptation late game as well, just to go for the win. Minute 10 left. FaZe to make a move forward again. Hoping to get Sim to find that pick, find that snipe. It changes the game entirely. Asim, just slow this down. Play as sensibly as you can. Stuns are there. Sim with that snipe, making his way forward. A BZ though, he catches Asim. A BZ's first blood. And is that it? Is the game afoot now? As we're seeing the plays now develop from a BZ, he's on the other side of the bomb. Here comes the remainder of FaZe to push forward. A BZ once again with a second. It's a quick trade immediately, but he's good for now.
BZ actually finds 2, but after going down, the bomb starts to edge their way towards the bomb site. Silly's in a perfect position, though, to stop anything. M4 in hand. However, behind the bomb, Priest is going to be screaming, yelling, help me, do something as he pushes through. Where's the help? Sim! Oh, my goodness. Silly goes down. Simp is there, finally. It was the Magnum that he had in hand, but with 20 seconds left, there is no bomb down. The pressure is coming. Alex is running for his life. He's teamed up with Assault, but with a 2v3, Major Maniac will plant that bomb. The time will be extended, and FaZe have that advantage. Sim's pushing through. Oh my goodness, wrong timing, wrong place. Alex finds 1. Cell and Major Maniac, they just need to stay alive in a 1v2. Surely it's over.
There's 30 seconds left. Assault's got to go for it. He's got to make the play. He has to hit the defuse. He's got to find the 2 of them. FaZe back on up. Let him hit the bomb. Let him make the mistake. There's 20 seconds remaining. This to complete the reverse sweep. FaZe rise from the dead. The resurrection is complete. They did not disappoint, and they will be your home series grand finalists.
Such a formidable opponent in Rokkr. Doing Minnesota proud again. A lot of people, including myself, I didn't have them even getting this far. These guys have turned up. They missed out on London. They are the real deal. They have a powerhouse assault rifle duo. They have some very fast, aggressive SMGs, and they have the brains to match as well. Rokkr are a team to watch out for. But FaZe Atlanta, they know what it takes to be a champion. These guys bite back 3 maps, back to back to back, and they'll be waiting in the grand finals. And I think we all know who they want to play. However, more Call of Duty to come. This was the stats from game number 5. A BZ, 13 kills. Incredible stuff. Røkkr put 11 on the board, but when all said and done, FaZe, they come out on top.
Celium with 10 and 5. Everyone had come into this tournament thinking he didn't have the resolve to hang at this kind of level. That it was going to get too much for him, but I think we can safely say that's all good. Cell's an absolute beast. Let's hear a word from him now. He's on stage with courage. Jack, take it away, mate.
Thank you very much, Miles and Momo. Fantastic job as always. This is the PlayStation Instant Reaction. I want to ask you questions, but I can barely hear. The MVP chance come on out. Celium, you've been playing lights out so far this weekend. What has been clicking for you?
Honestly, it's my teammates just setting me up to the right positions. Like, I'm just like so happy to be playing with these guys, and they're just setting me up to like play like how I am.
Hey, well, it's been working. Now, looking at that series, I think you could even say probably a little bit closer than you guys would have liked. What was going wrong in games 1 and 2?
I just think we got like a little bit unlucky, like on Hack in the Yard first map, and they flipped us off rip, and then like he smoked it out and just like got through somehow. But on second map, I think we just like just played bad as need. But after this match, like our team's gonna for sure go back and just watch our VODs for sure.
Well, you guys will hopefully have some time during the next semifinal matchup. Now, for you guys, as you mentioned, you're gonna have some time to watch some VODs. What do you think needs to improve if you want to take home this grand final?
I think our domination's like not that good right now, but like for sure we're gonna like improve it like for finals.
Well, congratulations. You guys have looked absolutely incredible throughout the weekend. Search and destroy masterminds. Get it done again. Folks in Atlanta, again, make some noise for Celium and the Atlanta FaZe lineup. Guys, we are going to go to a quick break. When we come back, more Call of Duty action. Don't go anywhere.